baby, are you really all in my heart is cold? Your love, I'm lost in. Going, yeah, you got me going. Baby, why ain't we talking? My heart is throbbing. My love is toasted. Tired of reminiscing. Man, it's hella weird how you went so distant. Do you usually disappear like you ain't existed? Do you just come near when your ex is missing? I noticed how you started acting different. Yeah, baby, see, I know we got this age difference, but why does that mean that things shifting? If you really fuck with me, you would just falling, yeah, me got me falling. Baby, I really all in my heart is cold. Your love, I'm lost in. Going, yeah, you got me going. Baby, why ain't we talking? My heart is throbbing. My love is toasted.
Where I, along with my homegirls, talk about all things related to love, sex, singleness, making sure that I'm taking care of the effect, my longevity. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And when I think about like motherhood, what happened was I had a really good friend, probably like maybe it's been like a month and a half ago. So she's like a year older than me. I'm 32. So she's probably like 33 or something like that. Anyway, she just had a stroke. And it scared the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Like, we're young, to think about you going through something that can be like in your life at this age. I say all the time, I can't believe I'm a mama, because that's how young I feel. You know what I mean? I still feel like 16-year-old Ashley. So it scared me. Like, it made me think like, okay, Ashley, you got to get serious about it. If you're talking about you living your best life, you got to incorporate all things that are, come with living your best life or whatever. But it's that mark a lot of the times. Is it because we're not raised that way or what?
I feel like it's not promoted to us in a way of hipness. It's not cool to us. So if it's not cool or engaging to us, we're not really looking at it like that. And we thinking, I don't have time. That's the key. I don't have. So you might have 5 minutes one day, 30 minutes the next day. But we only think, man, I got to go to the gym, got to change clothes, got to get my kids.
Yeah.
And we live a fast-paced world. Yeah. So if we keep it like hip-hop songs and music, we got 2 to 3 minutes. And I don't like this song anymore. I got 2 to 3 minutes to do this exercise.
Yeah.
So if you got 15 minutes to listen to songs, you got 15 minutes to work out.
Yeah.
So you just got to put stuff into a perspective of an individual.
Yeah, prioritize. I think that's important. That's one of the things I was thinking about too. Like, I find so much time to do everything else,
right?
But take care of what's the most important part.
And the hardest part is starting.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the key. You got to start.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, one of the things I was going to talk about is like doing your research, reaching out to people like you who are, wellness experts in general, because most of us, we don't even know where to start.
Right.
And then, especially in the age of social media, you hear 75 different versions of what is a start. So anyways, if you're watching, I posted maybe like, I guess it's 3 weeks now. So I started keto or whatever. Okay. What do you think about keto?
Keto is good. If your body, you got to realize all diets is going to be based on your genetics, your body makeup, how it's going to affect that. So as you eat and stuff and you digest stuff, you got to realize this making you feel swollen, bloated. Yeah. And then you'll know, because you might be able to handle the meat and keep more of it in you. Or maybe you need more vegetables or more or less. So you got to just see what works for you. So you can't say no diet works. But I tell them, what can you do that's really going to change your whole life?
Yeah.
Not, I'm going to do this for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I thought about doing keto. Well, the beginning of the year, I just tried to start doing like little things. Like, I'm not going to drink as much soda. I'm not going, like little small changes or whatever. But then I started thinking about doing keto because I teach physiology. And so it makes sense to me from a scientific point of view. And anybody who knows me knows I ask them. I'm very inquisitive. So if it doesn't make sense to me, I can't rock with it. Right. Just even if somebody just tells me, this works, this is good, it has to make sense. So the science part of keto is what makes sense. It makes sense that the science works out. It makes sense to work. Anyway, so I've been on keto for 3 weeks now, and I lost 16 and a half pounds. It's good. And so, like I said, it's not, I'm sure, like, I weigh myself on Mondays or whatever. So I'm sure next Monday it'll take, how much weight I lose. It'll keep getting lower because I done lost a lot of water weight and all that stuff.
Keep getting low for a period of time.
But I like keto. which is basically what you're doing with keto.
Yeah.
So sugary stuff, a lot of sweets, bread, which is like the hardest thing for me. I love bread so much.
If it's white, it ain't right.
If it's white, it ain't right. A lot of people, yeah.
Sugar, bread, pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave all it alone.
Yeah. But that's why I said I like keto right now. It's really not I don't feel like I'm depriving myself.
So you like meat a lot?
No, I like vegetable. I like cheese too. You know, you can have cheese on keto. So like vegetables with cheese is like pasta and cheese. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's not much different. So I do like substitutes like that. And I like vegetables. I'm not a big fruit person. So if you get meat is savory and thing like so yesterday I had, which I don't eat a lot of red meat. It's just funny because I was craving it. But I had a steak, some vegetables and a salad or whatever. It was bomb. I'm like, this is key. You know what I'm saying? This is on a diet. So you still get to eat like regular old things, but
you just gotta watch the sauces that you use.
Yeah.
You won't, even though you can eat more stuff, you want to watch the fats that come with the stuff that you're eating. Like you said, if you only eat red meat at small periods of times, once every 10 days or something like that.
Yeah.
That's cool because the main goal is losing weight. You don't want to do the stuff that's going to add. You don't want to add the extra fats to it. You need a small saturated fats though, just because that helps the body burn more fat.
Yeah.
But you don't want to go into the situation where I'm eating bacon because I know I can. I'm doing this because
I'm not a big pork eater because most of the time I always end up dating people that don't eat pork. So then they have to. No, they ain't Muslims. I just think they be. Who knows? They are 5%. I don't know what it is. Anyways, but they don't be eating pork.
Right.
So I end up not eating pork, and my mom's not a huge like pork eater. She cooks like tacos and stuff like turkey meat and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I cook anyway.
Yeah, that's good.
But but y'all really like keto. So if you ain't tried it, you could. I'm not gonna say you could, you should, or you shouldn't, but you could try it because like I said, you're cutting out mostly like sweets, pops, pasta, all of that. Oh, that's something I want to talk about. So when I said I was gonna start keto, people just literally started attacking me. Right? They was like, keto ain't good and woo 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 woo, like diet shamers, you know.
Right.
And I hate people like that because I feel like sometimes, like when you were saying, it's hard for people to just get started. Right. Sometimes you can present people with something and they can start to like tailor, make better decisions. But when somebody's just trying something to start, I feel like you should just encourage them and not be like, nah, because you shouldn't have this and you should.
Yeah, when I tell people that I deal with, mostly when you first start, let's find out what we can eliminate. Like, what don't you like? So now you're already psychologically giving them that content of, I'm already got a list of good things that's off.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Well, you don't need this anyway, so that's good.
Yeah.
Because with the gym and losing weight and working out, before it's physical, it's psycho. You got to be willing to get up. You got to be willing to have those sore days and still want to move. Everybody else is eating something that smells good, and you're like, man, I want a burger. You got to be willing.
Which you got burgers on keto.
Not with the bread, though.
But not with the bread.
Yeah, you got to take the bread out.
It's still good, though, without it.
A burger without bread, you might not even have a burger.
Nah, it's still good. Like I said, but I think that in general, anything you're doing to try to make like a healthier lifestyle is good. But the reason why I made the title like health is wealth was because I think we don't really realize too that how much like physical weakness is going to affect our finances just from the fact of like eating out.
Yeah.
I've saved so much money doing keto because I'm not spending no money. I probably spend like $60 at the grocery store every week. Right. $50-$60 at the grocery store. And
you cooking your own food too?
I cook my own food, and then that's all I spend. Whereas I might spend $30 a day of eating out. You know what I mean? So I think like health, as far as finances, they tie
all the way,
hand in hand.
All the way. If you ban a 20-ounce pop versus a 20-ounce water bottle, a 2-liter pop versus a gallon of water.
Yeah.
If you look at in real life, when you're getting older, when it really, really matters and bones are starting to wear down, you get physically strong, the ones that's worked out, the ones got a good heart, ones got condition, they're going to get better insurance policies.
Yeah.
Your life insurance is way better. So what you paying and what I'm paying, I'm going to get $300,000. You're going to get
your physical health, how it helps you with like your insurance and things like that. And then it helps you not just with that, but like healthcare costs.
Yeah.
Because one of the biggest things you can do as far as like preventative care is take care of yourself.
Right. And then you get that little physical, you get your the beats per minute and all that. So when you get all that, you know, I need a little cardio. I need to cut back on this because we black, we got high blood pressure.
Right.
So cut the salt out, use more no GMOs, and lose more. I don't want to promote no brand, but use more of those situations that don't have salt in it. Not really seasoned salts and garlic salt.
Black people love seasoned salt.
Yeah,
I love seasoned salt
go
too.
powder. Go more powder instead of salt. Onion powder, garlic powder instead of
You know, with keto, you kind of need salt.
You don't need salt.
They say you do. I don't got high blood pressure though. But I mean, I feel you. I'm not heavy-handed with the salt. You know, I got one of my grandmas. She loves salt. She does ketchup and she sprinkles more salt in her ketchup. Can you imagine how salty that is?
No, I can't. Those.
To have ketchup with extra salt in it. Anyways, but yeah, that's what she does. So, okay, I asked you about keto. What do you think about like other like fad diets?
I like South Beach.
You like South? I don't even know what that is. What is it?
That's a diet where it's like the first 2 weeks you only eat meat and vegetables. You're not eating no bread, sugar, salt, fruit. For 2 weeks straight. The next 2 weeks you'll add in a little small amount of fruit. Then the fourth weekend you'll add in a little pasta, and you just alternate from that. And you're taking everything out of your body. The first 2 weeks, as I was telling you, see what you like, see what you don't like, see what's make you swollen, see what don't make you swollen, see how things operate with you. Because your whole life you just go around eating. You don't know what's really good, what's really bad. So South Beach is more of a not a dab. I just feel like it's almost like ketos. It's just not just meat. It's adding in more vegetables though.
Come on, I already told the people you was late. I already told them, yeah. I already told them. I told them I was contemplating your side. They was trying to figure out why you was late. Okay, anyways, we talking about like healthy eating, health as well. I sent it to you what I was talking about. Okay, what do you think about cleanses and detoxes? Are you for them or?
Yes. Look.
To me, it's more of a scam than anything. Now, I'm not saying they don't do nothing for you, but I don't think they do enough. I'm gonna be paying $20, $25 every week. I done tried them, so I'm not just talking from not trying them. And I done actually took one and lost 4 or 5 pounds. But also, I'm thinking as I'm doing it, and myself consciously like, okay, I'm eating less. I'm trying to do this.
Yeah.
And so the stuff that's in the tea is good, like green tea, or you get you a tea with no sugar and warm tea. It's good for different things in your body, digestive system. So you can do it.
Yeah.
And then you can find out, like, Boston Road, there's different mineral stores out here.
Yeah.
You can buy your own stuff. Like, find out what you missing.
Yeah.
Like, if you got low iron, low zinc, okay, let me add this into my situation for the same price of what you're doing. I'm not really big into giving nobody else my money when I know I can do it. Knowledge.
So you said you were going to talk about like realistic health wellness. So what are some things, like you said, you got 15 minutes, you got
wake up, you got time. If you wake up, you ain't outside, you got space. You got a house or whatever you need. It's getting warmer, it's nothing. So if you watch, I used to watch How to Get Away with Murder. It's an hour episode. If you're watching that show, you got 40 minutes of real 20 minutes commercials. Every commercial do something while the whole commercial's on. You can do sit-ups, you can do do toe raises, whatever you want to work on. So that is no reason not to. Kickbacks. If you trying to get your butt big, you know the things you need to do. I'm doing this show while I'm watching Olivia Pope Rocky's outfits. Whatever you're doing.
Idea. I like that idea. Practical thing.
Yeah, because
what about as far as like, okay, he brought us some food. Oh, look at ain't that is so nice. Man. Man. He says if it's white, it ain't right. If it's white, it ain't right. As far as food. So like in their system that they don't.
They need more fiber.
Because like with the keto thing I'm doing, I look at carbs, but I also look at fiber. It's a lot of things that have no fiber in them. Yeah. You don't even realize that.
The biggest thing I would say,
I think Northern beans and baked beans are my 2 only beans that I'll eat. That is it.
I like all beans. My mama and my grandma make good beans.
I make a good white chili.
My mama said, "What about colonics?"
Doing once every day. Don't do them too often. If you get one done, that's cool, and that help your colon. Because really, we all got like 8 to 12 pounds of gut in us. of just colon waste.
Uh-huh.
That we're not gonna use the bathroom to get it out. We're not gonna exercise it out. You really have to do one of those doctor treatments to get it out, and it'll take 8 to 14 pounds off of you.
Yeah, really.
But you don't want to do that on a regular basis and all that. It's more for some health issues if you got that problem.
That sounds, you know, my mom always got questions. It sounds miserable.
Well, I never did it. I ain't really cool on that, but I say it definitely works. It definitely can lose the weight.
Unless the doctor tell me to, I'm a pass.
Yeah, but you can get one.
But 8 to 14 pounds is
over 10 is never enough.
So my uncle had said something on here about like, was we talking about like physical health or like spiritual health? But I think it all goes hand in hand. Yeah. So right now, like I said, with my what I'm doing, which I just use like keto as the base of what I'm trying to do. One, because I just need to cut out pop and sugar and bread and all that, limit that. But I think about it like, have y'all heard the term like mindfulness?
Oh yes.
And so like with my eating, I have to be more mindful of what I'm putting. Like most of the time, like you said, we're such a fast paced go. Being that everyone can do, even if you're not doing anything else, is to like practice some mindfulness when you're eating and what you're putting in.
And something that goes with that is if you're not sure on how much to put on your plate, go buy a smaller plate.
I've heard that.
Don't eat plates, eat on dishes.
Saucers.
Don't use a regular fork, use a baby fork.
Yeah, like you said about not being. I got you a water over. I said we weren't going to do liquor today because it's health. Okay. Anyways, so my other thing about it was like being mindful of how much. I do not drink enough water. I've never liked water ever. So from like as an adult, this is the most water I've ever drank in my life. But like I said, I've always was really small. I just used to be able to eat whatever I wanted to eat. Right. So even water, my mom knows I used to get on punishment for not drinking water. Seriously, that's how horrible it was because I just didn't like it. But what I learned with water though is the more you drink it, the more you crave it. Yeah. Like I wake up in the morning like, oh, I want some water.
Thirsty, yeah. I'm a firm believer in water.
I love water now, but I used to not like it.
I mean, because I've tried to be, I've gone my spurts where I'm intentional and trying to do like a gallon a day. And I mean, it makes you feel different. It's just like, your skin looks different. Just even your waist is different. I mean, everything is just different when you drink water. Like, so, I mean,
you got to figure out the way to drink the water.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to drink 820 ounces, but some people got a better chance of downing these.
Yeah.
Some people can drink, like me personally, I don't want of water, a gallon.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's like, I'm not never getting this down. So I drink mine by the liter. So I drink like 4 liters. So it's easier. I can drink it fast. And when I drink it, I'm like, damn, right here. You drink a gallon, you chug it, you still at the top. Really the first part of
But I like those gallons where it be like cute.
Oh yeah,
Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like where it goes down. They'll be I used to teach GED classes too. And one of my students, she was like a health guru. She lost like 200 something pounds. She looked mom. She was older too. So she did it later in life. But she did not ever come to class without a gallon of water. She walked around with it or whatever. And then the guy who we had on the show,
he did.
What's his name? Steve? Was that his Steve? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. We had a guy on the show who was on this meal pen. He walks around with a gallon. But I think that, like you said, that's like the part of individualizing like your plan. What works for you? I don't like faucet water, so I spend a whole bunch. Now that's one thing I need to work on is not spending so much money on bottled water. Yeah, or my mom's like get a filter on my thing. But anyways, I try to just buy cheap bottled water, which means I might as well just drink faucet water. Yeah, for real. But
and also when you tired of water, you can get those Crystal Light type things, and they don't have no sugar. This is only like 5 calories, no sodium. Like sometimes you have flavor if you don't want just to do the lemon and the cucumbers.
Yeah,
like you gotta just learn. The whole thing of fitness is playing with it, man. Don't get like this is cut dry. This is how it gotta be. Because some people got dumbbells, some people got barbells, some people got a kettlebell. And you still can get whatever you want to be. It's just what works for me is what you need.
Yeah. So I'm always saying too, one of the things, like the biggest obstacle I had to get over when trying to think about that's why I keep saying like health is wealth, and I don't talk so much. Like I'll say like I lost 16 pounds or whatever, but I'm not focused as much on the weight loss portion of it because I get frustrated when it comes to that is bomb. I mean, you know my sister.
Yeah.
My sister is bomb. She got 4 kids.
Still
She looks bomb after 4 kids. So I just be like, that shit ain't fair. You know what I mean? So like that gets frustrating to me too. So I be thinking, okay, I can't focus on she don't have to do all of this and she can be her side. I gotta work what works for me or whatever.
Right.
And to be honest, if I'm completely honest, health stuff is just pure fucking laziness. It's not even making a little bit of an
Right.
effort. You know what I mean? Which is so funny because I'm real focused in like school, you know, career wise. I'm real focused when it comes to that. So when I see other people not something that I struggle with, I just have to wrap my head around everybody's struggle is different. You know what I mean? And if you don't think about it, that's why I say I can't really think about it from a weight loss thing, because what I might think weight loss might be something that my body's not built, you know, maybe I'm not going to get to, or it's not realistic. And so I think about it right now for me to sustain it. And for me also, I think when you think just straight weight loss, it's where you're doing, like you said, those 2-3 months or something, and then you just fall off.
Right. And that to me, that really happens because everybody's going for a quick fix. When I first meet with clients and we go for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got to talk. We got to, because you're not whatever you are that you don't like for no reason.
Yeah.
You do this 4 months in the summer, don't care about the other 8.
Right.
And then you going through a same pattern.
For Vegas,
you know, then it's a pattern. Once you realize like this struggle or this problem, this situation is the reason why I did this.
Yeah.
And you correct that, the whole thing gets corrected.
Yeah. And like I said, when part thing too, like when we first started the show and I was talking to Armand Ice before, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm doing keto, I'm trying to get cute. And I was like, you're cute. That's my problem with trying to lose weight, because I already think I'm cute. Girl. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, no, I'm saying I already do. So I be struggling with, I be thinking, dog, I'm in this gym for 2 hours. I don't got no trouble. Oh. I'm just saying, I be like, because you know, I'm thinking quick fit, what I'm not used to doing. That's why I say I'm not doing that this time. But before I used to be trying to like kill myself in the gym. And I be thinking, I don't even have no trouble pulling no niggas. Why am I killing myself in this gym like that? That's why I said I had to change my mindset. You know, that's the biggest thing. Because if you're not doing it, like you were saying, like if your reasons behind it aren't good reasons, then it's easy to go in a couple months. You know, anything like that, it's gonna. That's something that's gonna drift with the
come on with that.
Yeah. So that's why I said, that's why I'm just thinking about it. My best life if I'm unhealthy.
You won't.
Yeah, you can. It just, and you can notice the difference, like you said, even with like drinking water, like your energy levels are different when you're not putting, you know, bad things in your body. When you're eating more, like part where I feel like food and all that ties into like mental health, being able to maintain, when you got all
when you eat that bad food, when you get sleepy, you get your sugar levels high, which makes you gain the weight. So that's why you're getting tired, because your body's overworking.
Yeah.
So you're tired on the inside.
You stress, that raises your, like you said, that raises your blood sugar level. That can cause a release of insulin too.
That's the number
from
one
having
killer.
those high, from having those high stress things. So I think you just feel better when you eat better. And not to say that you can't have, right now I'm not in cheat mode whatsoever. I just ain't
doing good.
That's good.
I just ain't. I really just been trying to be focused on it or whatever. And it's easier to stay focused when I realize it ain't something like I only got pushed through for like 3 months. I'm like, I gotta knock this out for the rest of my life. So I gotta figure this thing out for the rest of my life. And I think this is the first time when I've really even had like that approach to it. But honestly, my biggest obstacle, I know it's gonna sound like I'm being funny, is just because I just already think I'm cute. So I ain't lacking no confidence. That's right.
But don't you want to be cute for 70 years, not 20 years?
Absolutely.
Okay.
See, and that
mindset.
That's right.
That's
Right. So that's why I said it's really mine, you know, not saying that everybody who lose weight don't think they cute already. I'm just saying that's my big that's my big thing. Okay, so what do you think about intermittent fasting?
Love it.
Do you? Yeah. I do that too.
That's what I do.
I try to do, but I don't do it do you do it every day?
Yeah, that's just
so that's your what's your eats? What's your schedule?
Like 10 to 10.
10 to 10. So what'd you say?
I'm horrible.
I just did today, matter of fact, I just did I guess it would be a 24. Is that 24? Yeah, I did a 24-hour fast. I stopped eating. The last time I ate yesterday was at 5 p.m. And I didn't eat today until 5 p.m. And I probably am not gonna eat it anymore. It's water be having me so full.
Yeah,
I promise it.
Yeah.
And I promise it does. So I've been doing that so much, and I thought it was hard. I thought it would be really hard to do the intermittent fasting. But as long as you whatchamacallit,
the 10-day,
the smoothie.
The 10
and you
days.
said
It was great. I loved it. But I just agreeing with what you're saying. If I have a plan, then I'm all good with just,
yeah.
But I have to get a plan. Otherwise, I'll be willy-nilly with it.
Right.
Do it for a couple of days.
Midnight.
And that's still a good window,
if
though.
I'm going to be down, sleep, something like that, about 11, 12, something like that.
See, a lot of people do like 12. This is the one I think they do 12 to 8. Yeah. They only eat between 12 and 8. And so they skip breakfast.
Yeah, when I first started, because I was 267. And then I got down to 209, and I was like, I'm slim. So I got to like 217 right now. I'm trying to get back to like 225. So you got to always, it's just individual. It's all about what do you want. So that you got to know what you want.
Why do you like intermittent fasting though? Do you not feel, why I decided to do it on keto? Because you're doing so much like meat and stuff like that. I was waking up in the morning and I was feeling like super full still. Like I would eat. Let's say I ate at like 8 o'clock or something, and I wake up in the morning, I'm full, and I would just tell myself, why do you feel like you gotta cook breakfast right now if you're not hungry? And so that's one of the things too. I'm trying to if I ain't hungry, I'm not gonna eat.
And if you eat, the later you eat, the hungrier are you in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out when that does is like, the later I eat, the hungrier I get up, like, damn, I'm hungry. So I do mine because just the way my life is has set up, it's just easier for me to start then. And then morning, I don't want breakfast is a whole lot of carby meals for real. Like pancakes, French toast. Yeah. I eat eggs every morning.
Yeah.
But to make you a good breakfast is I might eat an apple. That's 90% water. But if you eat peaches, I just try to put
and a lot of time with breakfast, like you said, we are doing those quick breakfast things, so they're gonna be high.
That's awesome.
Because like I said, I like vegetables. I'm not one of them people where it's hard to make I gotta force me to eat vegetables. I love all vegetables. It's not a vegetable I can think of that I don't like. I really like them. But like I said, intermittent fasting is so much easier than I thought it was going to be. Just
and it keeps your insulin levels low. The later you eat in the day, it keeps some insulin level lows. And that's really what helps people gain weight unexpectedly. I'm not sure why they're gaining more, because when that sugar spikes, that's just the key for the body to hold on to stuff. Yeah. And then if you got that intermittent fasting blocking that window, your body knows it's making the metabolism go, because it's like, I can digest this and get this out because I'm gonna eat again. I can get this out. I'm gonna eat again.
Put your body on the schedule.
See me, I'll be up at 3 a.m. trying to eat some potato chips.
Oh no.
But see, I literally, you know what? I had to get rid of. I'm not a big. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not a huge snack person in general. My weakness is bread, pasta, all of that. Those are my things. You're not gonna catch me at home and I'm just eating Little Debbie snacks.
And I think that has something to do with just. I love me a Little Debbie.
That ain't really the word, because I don't keep sweets like that in general in my house. Now I can say my sister, like I said, she got 4 kids, so she has snack heaven. So these last few weeks, it's been horrible going over my sister's house because she don't have nothing I can eat over there. So I'm telling my son, look, we over here for an hour, then we gotta go home because I gotta eat. It ain't nothing to eat. Because all she got is stuff.
Snacks though, if you
got gushes and stuff. Anyways, like I said, I think your mindset is probably the biggest thing. And like you said, just starting. Most people don't even know.
And don't think you got to start. Don't think you got to
2 a days.
And you don't
we
know,
eating kale and water, and we not nothing else.
The people that you want to look like, you don't know how they look like it. You don't know how they got it.
Yeah.
You don't even know if it's really now with all these apps and. Man,
that's
you
true.
Don't know. And a lot of time people's getting their self-esteem low because they're competing with.
Yeah.
What if they've been doing this for 10 years days?
Yeah, that's true.
Or what they spend $10,000, you spend $10.
That's true.
So until you
that's a real good point. Yeah. That's a good point. Well, what was I gonna? Oh, I was gonna talk about sleep too. Okay, so I think where you're saying when we're talking about intermittent fasting, 10 to 10, when it comes to like eating and all of that, getting your sleep is so much important. I feel like the better I eat though, the better I sleep. I want to go to bed now. Normally I could be up to like 1, 2 o'clock. Now actually I was up late last night, but as soon as my head hit the pillow, I was knocked out. But like on a normal day, I'm going to bed at like 10 o'clock. I'm tired.
Yeah, that's the key. The rest, it makes the body rejuvenate, especially if you're working out. And when you're getting working out, the only way the muscles gonna heal from their soreness and all that's rest. And you, even when you're working out continuously, like you gotta have rest days. Some people want to go 6-7 days a week.
Yeah,
that could do more damaging than a rest day. A rest day letting you heal, is letting the soreness go away and give you the energy to go backwards. So if you do 3 or 4 times in a row, realistically, do you think my energy level on Thursday is like Monday?
Right.
So you might need to take that break like you took off on a Sunday, make Wednesday a weekend intensity. Yeah. If you can be moving, being busy is being busy, like you're productive with your business. Yeah. So if I'm not going hard, don't go. Yeah. Like I'm just gonna go for 20 minutes and I understand you did burn some calories. But
so do you think like people put too much emphasis like on cardio and not enough on strength training, or are you one of those people that like do what works for you?
What your goal is. If you want to be lean like a runner, then do more running things. If you want more figure, more shape, you need to do more weightlifting things. Cardio is good if get the weight off quicker than working out. But in today's time, you're not gonna get the body that you're really trying to get without the weights. Yeah. And if you want to do cardio, do sprints. Like you don't got to run 20 minutes, do 10 sprints. Yeah. Boom.
That's why I heard people like that's kind of like that HIIT fitness type thing where you're doing high intensity like intervals or whatever. Yeah. So I'm not sprinting right now. I would pass that. Like I literally, when I go to the gym right now, which is horrible, I probably do like 40 minutes on the elliptical, and I try to push myself on it, and I go back and forth on incline and resistance or whatever. Like that's how I switch it up, because that's what the system does anyways. But for like weight loss, that's what it does. Like up and down, up and down. Yeah, but those
I love the Stairmaster. My favorite.
Those is hard.
You want to go stairs, elliptical.
Hold on, let me write that down.
No, that's just the order. That's just the order of it. The stairs, the elliptical, then the bike. With treadmill, then a bike.
You know what I'm saying? I can be completely honest that I am so judgmental of people on the bike. Especially the sit down bikes where you just sit like this and they just pedaling their legs. I think it's lazy.
What they got knee injuries?
But I feel like if you in the gym and you just doing this, I feel like you should just stay at home. Do you know what bike I'm talking about? Not the regular bike, but it's like a chair. You know what I'm talking about? Did you lean back and you just pedal like they got? That's my favorite. I don't like the road.
The rose.
I want to do that, but I don't know how to.
And what's it called? The Jacob's ladder. That's excellent. The Jacob's ladder, you just keep going. That's excellent too. You don't want your main objective, unless you just lifting heavy. You want to do something that's working more muscle at a time. Yeah, and that's the key.
But see, that's why I like the elliptical, because it works. Yeah. And some people, but see, same thing. Some people go on the elliptical and they won't do this part of it. They'll just do it.
I swear, my arms.
And I remember I had a trainer like a few years ago, and I was like, "Can I just hold on?" And he was like, "You think you working harder like this, or are you working harder like this?" He was like, "Well, then you need to do this." But yeah, well, anyways, I just think in general, like I said, when I was thinking about my mission or one of the things I wanted to push. Because on my show, I try to talk about stuff that's relevant to me or things that I'm working through myself, and health is such a big one. I think it'll improve. Like, I hope at the end of the year, like, I'm healthier, I'm calmer, because I'm, like you said, exercise releases stress, helps to relieve stress and things like that. Give me something else to focus on than niggas not being shit. And
you can punch that out on the bag.
Yeah, Yeah. Okay, so if you had to give, this is my last question, and then we're gonna get out of here. If you had to give 3 things that everyone should do starting off, tomorrow's day one of their fitness journey, give them 3 things that you think they should do.
Stretch is definitely one. Start stretching.
That's good.
Stretch.
Are they moving or not moving? Is somebody active or not moving? They already moving.
Yes,
No,
she's
there's no. I'm saying they're going from sedentary
They may
to
not-
talking to
okay.
me right now, so I'm
Okay.
listening.
Look.
Stretch.
You want to
Stretch.
stretch? You want to do warm up exercises like hip, legs with hip extensions,
Uh-huh.
leg lifts,
Mm-hmm.
only body weight exercises.
Uh-huh.
And if you walking, you want to jog. If you jogging, you want to run.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not moving, you want to walk.
Yeah.
As your cardio. So that's the first things I would do is stretch, get some little resistance work in with no weight, body weight exercises, and then figuring out whatever your cardio level is,
Trying
taking
to up
that to
it
the
just
next
a little
level.
bit.
Gotcha.
And if you already taking steps, like because a lot of people do a step counter,
Mm-hmm.
add 2,000 more
Mm-hmm.
every other day.
That's
and then
good.
be like, "Whoo, I'm at this level."
Yeah.
Stay there for a week. You got to know what you're doing. But
Yeah.
the thing is, if you're not moving, you got to move.
Yeah.
So stretch, get your
Body weight
your
exercise.
body weight, get your cardio, and start your diet. That's
Yeah.
really number one for real.
Yeah.
You got no use to working out if you ain't eating right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people do that.
Yeah,
Okay, before we leave, tell the people about your meal prep and all of that.
Well, with Better You Fitness, we meal prep. You can inbox me at Better You Fitness on Facebook or Gmail Better You Fitness 502 gmail.com.
I'm excited about that.
We don't use salt. If we do, we're using the pink salt. It's no crystal oil. I use extra olive virgin oil, which is a healthy fat. We measure out the portions with the scales and the measuring cups to make sure everything's correctly pushing out for fat loss. If you ask for gaining weight, we do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's baked, grilled, nothing's fried.
Mm-hmm.
The vegetables, I got plethora of vegetables.
Mhm.
So really, you can just call me, inbox me, whatever you need, we can make it work. If you're trying to lose weight, trying to gain weight, we do both.
And so I think that's such a good like resource for people who are like they don't have time to meal prep,
Right.
and they don't have time to measure, and they don't have social media too. You got an Instagram?
Yeah, Better You Fitness is
Better You Fitness.
Instagram.
So check them out on that. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
This
no
was a
problem.
good
Let's
show.
go. Let's
I
go.
appreciate it.
And make sure y'all come to boot camp next month.
Oh
Where's the
Lord.
boot camp
It's
at?
gonna be at George Rogers Clark Park, right
Okay.
there by the zoo.
Okay.
I'm gonna start it. I'm just waiting for this
we
weather
get it in. We gonna get
to
it
do
in.
what it's gonna do.
Okay.
And then at the boot camps, I show you everything that you need to do without a weight. So you can do it at home.
I'm so intimidated by boot camps, but I'll be there though.
We'll be there.
Okay, so Corey, you got something you want to plug before we?
Let's see. Poise Models. Our next party is gonna be April 13th, and then we have our Wine and Designs. It's gonna take place April 27th at 0502 Winery. Get your tickets on eventbrite.com. It's gonna be a wonderful night, wonderful evening, date night. Grab your boo, come out, have some fun with us.
Yes, day night. Okay, last thing I want to say before I get off here is again, next time you see a woman at the gas station with her hood up, y'all niggas better ask her, do she need some help? Okay, I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Hey loves, welcome to Missionary Mack podcast, where I, along with my homegirls, talk about all things related to love, sex, singleness, self-improvement, and the pursuit of happiness. Each week, we will discuss topics related to young professional women as we relate it to our everyday lives and some of our favorite pop culture, social media, and entertainment influencers. The goal is to help you grow as we continue to work on becoming the best version of ourselves. You can check us